Explosive news is dropping. Pep Guardiola faces injury headaches at Manchester City. A supercomputer is predicting the Premier League table with shocking results. Gary Neville weighs in on Arsenal's title chances, and the Premier League table is heating up. You don't want to miss this. First up, Manchester City's Pep Guardiola is giving us the latest on Erling Haaland and Nico O'Reilly after their latest win. Will these key players be ready for crucial upcoming matches? We've got the inside scoop. Then we dive into a supercomputer's predictions for the 2025-26 Premier League season. Who's crowned champion? Who's fighting relegation? The numbers might surprise you. And get ready for Gary Neville's fiery take on Arsenal's title run. He's predicting weeks of pain for the Gunners, even if they lift the trophy. We break down his bold claims. Finally, the Premier League table is tighter than ever. We've got the latest results, the title race implications, and the frantic battle for European spots. Who's in and who's out? Stay tuned, because this is news that you need to know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Manchester City's injury woes ahead of crucial fixtures. Manchester City's recent 1-0 victory over Leeds United has come with a concerning injury update from manager Pep Guardiola regarding two key players, Erling Haaland and Nico O'Reilly. Erling Haaland was notably absent from the matchday squad after picking up an injury during training, while Nico O'Reilly was forced off the pitch in the 70th minute due to an ankle issue. In a post-match press conference, Pep Guardiola addressed the status of both players. He confirmed that Nico O'Reilly suffered an ankle knock that necessitated his substitution, stating, "It's for the ankle." He had a knock in the ankle and played on and was out. The availability of Erling Haaland for Manchester City's upcoming Premier League fixture against Nottingham Forest remains uncertain, though Guardiola indicated that there is still time for him to recover. "I don't have any answer right now. So he was not ready for today, but we have 4 days before Nottingham Forest and after, 3 days to the FA Cup at Newcastle at 8 p.m., Guardiola explained. This news comes at a critical juncture for Manchester City, who are navigating a demanding schedule with crucial matches in the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League. The potential absence of Haaland and O'Reilly could significantly impact their performance in these high-stakes encounters. Fans and analysts will be closely monitoring training sessions this week for any signs of their return. With Manchester City facing a critical phase of the season, the fitness of their star players is paramount. The hope is that both Nico O'Reilly and Erling Haaland will be fit to play in the upcoming matches, particularly the clash against Nottingham Forest. Will these injury setbacks derail Manchester City's ambitions? We'll find out soon enough. Up next, a supercomputer is making some bold predictions about the Premier League's future, and it might not be good news for everyone. Supercomputer predicts Premier League shakeup. Arsenal favored, City faces uphill battle. In the ever-evolving landscape of football analytics, predictive models are increasingly influencing discussions, and the latest supercomputer projections for the 2025-26 Premier League season are making waves. The model, developed by Opta, suggests a strong likelihood of Arsenal clinching the title, with an 82.71% chance, placing them significantly ahead of Manchester City, who are given only a 17.25% probability. This prediction comes despite Arsenal's recent narrow victory over a 10-man Chelsea and ongoing tactical concerns, highlighting the algorithm's confidence in Mikel Arteta's side. Conversely, Manchester City, despite having a game in hand and a crucial April fixture against Arsenal, face a daunting statistical challenge. Pep Guardiola, however, appears to be focusing on the immediate goal of Champions League qualification, a feat the supercomputer deems almost certain for City at 99.92%. The race for European spots is also intense, with Manchester United, Aston Villa, and Liverpool vying for top positions. Aston Villa manager Unai Emery expressed concerns about Manchester United and Chelsea's perceived strength, while Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes urged his team to maintain focus despite recent wins. Down at the bottom of the table, the supercomputer predicts Burnley and Wolves are heading for relegation, with West Ham, Leeds, Tottenham, and Nottingham Forest battling to avoid the drop. Tottenham, in particular, are highlighted for their winless streak in 2026, increasing their relegation risk. Public reaction to these predictions is mixed, with some managers, like Chelsea's Liam Rosenior, expressing skepticism towards such technological forecasts, while others, like Patrick Vieira, question Arsenal's ability to maintain dominance. Regardless, the data provides a fascinating, albeit speculative, glimpse into potential future outcomes. Could this supercomputer forecast be the crystal ball the Premier League needs? Coming up next, Gary Neville shares his controversial thoughts on Arsenal's title chances, and it's not all good news for the Gunners. Gary Neville, Arsenal faces 10 weeks of pain, but will clinch Premier League title. Renowned football pundit Gary Neville believes Arsenal is on track to win the Premier League title this season, despite warning fans that the final stretch will be a period of intense pressure and 10 weeks of pain. Neville's assessment comes after Arsenal's crucial 2-1 victory over Chelsea, which re-established their 5-point lead over Manchester City. He acknowledges the resilience shown by Mikel Arteta's squad, particularly in navigating tough London derbies, and credits their experience from previous title challenges. They have quality, physical strength, and experience of the last 3 years of losing it, Neville stated, emphasizing the mental fortitude required. He predicts a challenging run-in, urging Arsenal fans to brace themselves for anxious moments, but also to savor the thrill of a potential title win after a 22-year drought. Neville also highlighted the significant challenge Arsenal faces in competing on multiple fronts, potentially playing up to 21 games in 87 days if they reach the finals of the FA Cup and Champions League. He suggested that the FA Cup might be the competition where Mikel Arteta could afford to take calculated risks with squad rotation. Despite the squad depth, Neville questioned whether there is a single player in the dressing room capable of providing the same calming influence that experienced winners once did. Arsenal's recent form, including a remarkable 16 goals from set pieces this season, has been crucial. Manager Mikel Arteta expressed relief after a nerve-wracking finish against Chelsea, praising goalkeeper David Raya's crucial save. Neville's analysis suggests that while Arsenal has the quality, the psychological battle, and the sheer volume of games will be their biggest hurdles in overcoming Pep Guardiola's formidable Manchester City. Can Arsenal endure the pain and finally lift the trophy? But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's look at the latest Premier League table and see how the entire league is shaping up after a dramatic weekend of results. Premier League title race intensifies as Arsenal maintains lead over Manchester City. The Premier League title race has narrowed to a compelling 2-horse contest between Arsenal and Manchester City, with Arsenal holding a slim 5-point advantage after a hard-fought 2-1 victory against Chelsea. Manchester City, having secured a crucial 1-0 win over Leeds United, remains in contention with a game in hand, setting the stage for a potentially decisive showdown on April 18th. While Arsenal's recent performances have been met with mixed reactions, their ability to secure results, exemplified by their win over Chelsea and a remarkable record of goals from set pieces, has kept them at the summit. The league leaders are predicted by some models to have a high probability of winning the title, though the season is far from over. Below the top two, the battle for Champions League qualification is heating up. Manchester United, Aston Villa, and Liverpool are closely contesting for European spots, with Aston Villa and Manchester United currently positioned favorably. Chelsea faces an uphill challenge to break into the top 5, needing to overcome a points deficit. At the other end of the table, Burnley and Wolves appear destined for relegation. However, the fight to avoid the drop involves a cluster of teams including Leeds, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham United. Tottenham's winless streak in 2026 has put them in a precarious position, while West Ham faces a challenging fixture list. The weekend's results have added significant drama, with notable outcomes including Wolves' surprising victory over Aston Villa and Liverpool's dominant performance against West Ham. The tight margins across the league promise an exciting conclusion to the season. With the title race and European spots so tight, every point counts. And that's all the top stories for today. Stick around for our lightning round recap and don't forget to subscribe. And that's your news update. We saw Pep Guardiola dealing with injuries at Manchester City, a supercomputer predicting a wild Premier League future, Gary Neville calling for Arsenal's pain on the way to the title, and a Premier League table that's absolutely electric. Don't miss another moment of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe to News Now, ring the notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content.